Joe Rizzo here with the coach, Jeremy Jacobus. The Rockets finished their NGHL MLK Tournament with a 3-2 semifinal loss. So the good news is you made the semifinals. The bad news is you lost in the semifinals, but it's really not such bad news, is it?
No, it isn't. A one-goal game was where we wanted to find ourselves in. I thought we competed really hard with that team, right? That's a good hockey team we faced today, and I felt like we matched their physicality, intensity, speed, all of that stuff. We were in it from the start to the end, so I feel really good about our group.
So you jump out to a 1-0 lead, and then you double it. You end the period with the 2-0 lead, and then in the second, it looked like the little Flyers really started to work their cycle. They kept a lot of puck possession. Rockets had a lot of trouble in the second period trying to get the puck out of the zone, and it was like at the end of these possessions, I think, that the Flyers scored all of their goals.
Yeah, it was. They were trying to put two people in front on us, and I know on two of those goals I saw, we had a really hard time clearing the front of the net, and I felt like that was the difference there. 4.5 minutes in the second period, that's where it turned around for us. The rest of the game was very solid.
Yeah. So let's look at the tournament as a whole. You end up with two losses to the little Flyers, but one was 5-2, but that game was contested as tightly as this one because of the odd goals. We talked about that in the live stream. So check that out if you have a chance. But this, I think, weekend has solidified the players that have recovered from their injuries. You're not fully back all the way, but you're getting closer and closer. And the team, in my opinion, in the 5 games this weekend looked even considerably better than they did last weekend in Virginia and Maryland.
I would have to say that that's accurate. I think that we've started playing really good as a group since the Christmas break. And I think once we get 100% complete, we're right where we want to be. I said in the beginning of the season when we had our group complete that I would take my group to play any team, and I still stand by that. We've been playing good, smart hockey, and that's all I can ask for as a coach.
As far as the end of the game, you were able to pull the goalie with 1:51 left. You had a couple of decent chances, nothing really like, wow, that almost went in, but there was one shot that the goalie had to jump up, and she saved it with her shoulder, otherwise that was ticketed. But, getting 2 minutes of 6-on-5 without giving one up the other way is actually pretty impressive in itself.
It is, but I think that just goes back to how we play team defense. We don't let up a lot of goals on us, right? We have good goalies, but beyond that, I think our defensive core and our forwards coming in and playing harder on the boards, things like that, makes us really good, hard to play against defensively.
Hey, I'd just like to mention players that I think had a great weekend of hockey. PJ Jacobus, Riz, and Mia all had good weekend of hockey for us. Kira had a great weekend for us. And how about our goalies? Emma Lacey, Ariellis Markland, both of them had great goaltending appearances for us. 2 shutouts in the tournament. Very strong. Haley Connolly, Tootie, Hope had great weekends of hockey for us. Cece, Lauren Fox, Grace Matone played very hard for us, had great weekend of hockey for us this weekend. Grace Ulrich, Izzy Cook, and even Aaron, who stood in uniform, ready to go in if needed. All of these girls played it very well and were instrumental in our success this weekend.
Right? The reason I run through this list here is because we're a team here. We're down here as a team. We've all contributed the same amount of work to get to the same spot. So as I mentioned names individually, it's all as a group. And like I said, I think this group is headed for really good things in the next 5 weeks.
You left out 3 people.
Oh.
Bob Connolly, Mike Cook, and Jeremy Jacobus. Yeah, we planned that little part.
That's awesome.
I know where you're going, Coach.
Yeah.
Everybody, I think, had a pretty darn good weekend. The schedule worked kind of in our favor, I would say, for a lot of bonding time for the girls and for the parents as well.
One more thing I want to say. I talk a lot about consistency all the time. And I think that our game has become very consistent. All these games looked alike this weekend. They looked alike last weekend, right? It's just the opponents you're going after. So I feel really good about this group.
And you're consistent in that you consistently mention that.
Yes, I am.
Which is good. All right. If you like what you see, there's subscribe and alerts buttons down there. Hit them, pound them, whatever you're supposed to do. But if you don't, you're going to miss out on all this good content. And if you haven't seen the games from the weekend, go back and check them out. There were some really phenomenal moments and some excellent, excellent play, no matter who you were looking for, or if you're just rooting for the laundry from the Rockets. That's the coach, Jeremy Jacobus. I'm Joe Rizzo. This is Haverhill Valley Ice Arena. We stole the ice skating room to do these interviews, so thank you to the ice skating people over here who didn't even know we were doing it. And again, for the coach Jeremy Jacobus, this is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching New Jersey Rockets girls hockey.